Well, there it is, folks. There it is. Before I get into the meat of this video, the main course, there are a few players on this team. The list is kind of short, but there are a few players on this team who I do want to kind of single out to shield from what's about to be said, because obviously some nasty negative things are about to be said. But there are a few players on this team who I think gave it their all out there today to give us a chance to win. I think they played pretty well, and they tried to carry us to this win, but didn't happen. Game is now being kneeled out. Yep, there's the final kneel down. 30-20 Rams, and there's a lot to talk about after that one. But first, before I get into the nasty stuff, which probably will be coming, I want to single out Chris Carson. I want to single out Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Not that these guys had perfect games or huge numbers, but in the circumstances, I think they played well. Played well enough to win. Just couldn't get any support from the rest of their team. Dwayne Brown, Bobby, and KJ, thought they played good. Jerron Reed made his presence known in a big way. Corners seemed to play pretty good, as far as I could tell, other than a couple plays, which that's going to happen. And Jason Myers and Michael Dixon, because you may as well make them co-MVPs of this team, because they are our best players. And that's it. That's the list, guys. That's all the positives I can muster from this one, because we lost 30-20. We have a final score. Just went final, 30-20. So we lost to a team that started John Wolford at quarterback. We lost to a team that had Jared Goff come in with a bad thumb and had to play most of that game despite not being able to grip the ball like he's used to. We lost to a team that lost the Defensive Player of the Year and maybe even an MVP candidate in the third quarter, and he basically didn't play in all of the second half. So there's a very good chance the Seahawks are going to be the biggest joke in the league this week. We're going to get clowned on social media all week. People are going to be bashing us, making fun of us, and we deserve it. It's very unlikely that any team in the league is going to do something as embarrassing as lose a home playoff game to injure Jared Goff, John Wolford, and one half of Aaron Donald. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of this, and this dissection could take a while, we got to get them out of here. These coaches need to go. I'm not going to mince my words anymore about any of them. I'm not going to dance around it. I'm not going to let them use one person as a scapegoat for everybody else. They all need to go. And I don't care if your unit did a good job for most of the season. I don't care if your unit was showing improvement. Because whatever it wasn't good enough. Because this is now, our fifth or sixth season since our last Super Bowl appearance, and we haven't been able to build anything that approaches a special team. This team, not even close to being special. Last year's team, no. The year's team before that, certainly not. Year before that, didn't even make the playoffs. Year before that, not special. Year before that, not special. So whatever these guys are bringing to the table, it is not good enough, because we don't have anything to show for it, even in the sense of, we were 3 plays away from the Super Bowl. We were 1 big play away from a Super Bowl that time. We almost got to the Super Bowl. No, we don't even have deep playoff runs to show for it. So we got to get them all out of here. And I don't enjoy saying that as much as I thought I would. I really thought I was going to enjoy saying that a little bit more than I am right now. Because you guys know that I've had a real, how do you want to put it, an axe to grind against Carroll for a couple years now. I don't enjoy saying we need to get him out of here after a season in which he did manage to fix the defense and get them playing at a high level. Because I'm not even that mad at the defense today. Yeah, okay, we needed some turnovers, couldn't get them. Run defense was okay, I guess. We gave up some big stuff to Cam Akers. We couldn't stop Cam Akers. It was frustrating that Jared Goff was able to have any success at all with his bad thumb. But the defense was not the reason why we lost this game today, especially when your offense goes 3-and-out over and over and over again. But I know that if Carroll stays, the offense is never going to be any different from this. The offense is always going to be filled with this same kind of philosophy where we just fall asleep until the fourth quarter and we just try to avoid turnovers and hope the defense can win the game. So, gotta go. It doesn't work anymore. The Rams were just able to beat that strategy with a QB whose thumb barely worked and without their best defensive player. So I don't enjoy saying it. Carroll got to go. And I don't want to hear anything else right now. Schottenheimer obviously got to go. I don't think a single Seahawks fan will defend Schottenheimer right now. I think every Seahawks fan wants Schottenheimer out. And if you don't, you might be a loser yourself who just feels bad for Brian Schottenheimer by proxy because you're both losers and you feel some sort of kinship with a fellow loser. But he had no answers for what happened as this season went on. He had no ability to adjust to what defenses were doing. We were told that maybe he was saving some good stuff for the playoffs. Well, today was one of the worst games of the year for the offense. Today was pathetic, and I know the Rams have a great defense. Give a lot of credit to that Rams defense, but you're supposed to be able to get something on them sometimes. It's not supposed to be they crush you, they crush you, they crush you, and you have no answer. It's they get the best of you sometimes, and then you get the best of them some of the time too. So, yeah, Schottenheimer got to go. Ken Norton, you can leave too. I mean, you're just Pete Carroll's puppet anyway. You're not doing anything. We all know that. So, Mike Solari, biggest game of the year, and your offensive line plays abysmally. Get them all out of here. Get me a new coaching staff next year. Give me somebody who will approach the game differently. I am done with this crew of losers. And I'm sorry, that is what they are. At the very least, they are not winners. They have had 6 seasons to try to build a team that could accomplish at least something special. They're struggling to even do stuff that is good. They couldn't take advantage of a weak schedule this year. Yeah, they took advantage of it by getting 12 wins. But the 1 seed was right there. All they had to do was beat the crappy New York Giants at home, and they couldn't do that. And then all they had to do today was beat a QB with a bad thumb, and they couldn't do that either. So, if you want these coaches gone, and I do mean every last one of them, every single coach, just put it down in the comments. Just let me know how you guys are feeling, because I think it is very clear that all these guys are not good enough. And they need to go, because you can bring me stats about how, they're doing this really well. We're stopping the run really well this year. We got better at forcing turnovers this year, or we got more sacks. It wasn't good enough, because here we are, one and done in a game we were favored to win by a pretty healthy margin. So get them all out of here. I don't want to see a single coach back next year. And don't bring me nothing about 12-4 either, because we all know that was because we had a soft schedule. Ridiculous. Speaking of people who need to get out of here, Russell Wilson. So much for saving the good stuff for the playoffs, right? I remember some people talking about that, like that was going to be a thing that happened. I didn't really buy it, but I was going to give it a chance, and yeah, don't let the stats fool you guys. Please tell me you don't look at the box score and determine that he didn't play that bad. He was atrocious today. He threw 3 passes that should have been picked. Only one of them was. In a game like this, with our defense playing the way it was against Jared Goff, all we had to do was avoid turnovers, and we had a chance to eke out a bullcrap win at the end, kind of like what we did 2 weeks ago against this team. And of course, Wilson throws the pick 6, and look, I'm not even trying to say that was his fault. You can put that on Schottenheimer a little bit. I personally put that play on Freddie Swain for not being able to hold his damn block. But it doesn't matter. He still played bad, okay? He still played bad. And then in the second half, when we're down and the urgency needs to be there, and there needs to be some sense of, hey, we need to go down and score this drive or the season's over. The Rams lose Aaron Donald, and I'm thinking, oh my God, we just got bailed out. The Rams just lost their best player. We're going to be able to move the ball now. Nothing. Not even close. We don't even sniff the end zone with Aaron Donald out of the game until the game's over. So, Wilson, I would love to kick you to the curb this offseason. I would love to get you out of here. I don't want to look at you anymore. All I see right now is a $35 million black hole that is helping us lose games. I am done with Russell Wilson. He's a loser too. Don't bring me nothing about his record. I know what I saw today. That was some loser shit. That was a garbage game in the most important game of the year. Don't bring me nothing about how, oh, he's clutch. He usually comes through in these big playoff moments. Well, what did you just see out there today? I saw a player who still thinks he's 24 and can run circles around everybody. Can't do it no more. So now he has to replace some of that with football IQ and the intelligence to know, hey, I should stop throwing the ball to Jacob Hollister. It's not working. Or I shouldn't be throwing a 2-yard curl on 3rd and 9 because even if I complete it, it's not worth it. And only bad stuff can happen. And it's just not occurring to him. And he's too old to be dealing with this stuff. He's, 32 now? It's ridiculous. You know, I wanted to get back in his corner at the end of this. I really did, but you are a $35 million quarterback. You need to be held to an extremely high standard, and you haven't been meeting it for the last 2 months now. And I'm inclined to believe that your fading athleticism has exposed you as a pretty average quarterback, and it's only going to get worse from here. I don't know what can be done because of his big contract. I don't know who would want him right now. I don't know what his trade value is. I don't know about any of that, but what I saw today was a quarterback who, by the way, had already cost this team the 1 seed with his trash performance against the Giants. Throw away a winnable playoff game where his defense was doing everything that it could by just being worthless. He was worthless out there. And I know Schottenheimer sucks too and he needs to go. And I know the offensive line was bad too. But there were several just bad throws and bad decisions out there today. We're not getting these play calls in fast enough. Don't tell me Wilson's not involved in that. I got no faith in him. I got no faith in any of these coaches. Like I said, there were a few players today who did everything they could, but this is embarrassing. This is pathetic. This is an extremely disappointing end to this season. I consider this season to be a failure. And I want to start hearing immediately about who is going to fall on the axe for this failure. And there's a whole bunch more stuff we need to talk about. Jamal Adams, should he have been out there? Because he made plays, but he made a ton of mistakes today. Probably because he was playing injured. Should Pete Carroll have just told him to go sit on the bench? Maybe. Mike Upati, we got him out there, and he's clearly not healthy. He has to come in, out, in, out, in, out. Was it even worth it? Maybe not. Yeah. So there's nothing positive to take away from this one, really. I got nothing good to say. I want these coaches out of here. I'm done with all of them. Carroll, Schottenheimer, Norton, Solari. Maybe the special teams coach can stay because they were good all year, but this isn't good enough, guys. And to anybody out there who's going to try to stand by these guys, I just think you're part of the problem. I really do. And if you don't see how this is not good enough, then I don't know. I think you might be part of the problem here because as fans, we accept a mediocre product that, wins 12 games on a soft schedule and then flames out in the first round. That's what we're going to keep getting. So I got to go get dinner. We're going to stream the second half of this late game probably, and we'll figure this all out. But yeah, today's not a good day. Today is not a good day. I want to see some blood for this. This was a pathetic performance. I'm really done with these coaches. I think I've seen all I need to see from Wilson. I think we've seen the best of him, and now we're just going to see him get worse and worse. But I don't know what's going to happen this offseason. I don't know. Are we going to hang our hat on 12 wins and 40 touchdown passes or something? I don't know. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that later. For now, without getting too angry or ranty or anything like that. I'm disgusted. I want these players. I want a lot of them to get smacked upside the head. I want a new coaching staff. I kind of want a new quarterback if it's at all possible. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. All right, peace out. I'll say go Hawks, but they don't deserve it tonight. And see you guys in stream later.